Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I last sat down and talked to you guys in front of a camera, but I'm glad to be back. Also, September is coming, so that means we will be going back to school if we're not in school already. So either I'll be uploading a lot more or a lot less. I'm not sure which one, but we'll see where it takes us. Also, I want to thank you guys for having 500 subscribers on this channel. I'm really grateful for that, and let's see if we can keep growing this channel to be even bigger than it already is. So like I said, we're going to be going back to school. So what I want to do was talk about the tech that I'll be using at home since all my classes are online, and how I would use that to make my workflow better and smoother, just so that I can focus less time on worrying about my equipment and rather spending all that time on actually learning the material. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So to start off, one of the biggest things for me is that I have a MacBook, an iPad, and as well as an iPhone. So those three devices keep me within the Apple ecosystem quite well, and I get to access a lot of things that I would have on one device and end up needing on another device. So for an example is that I have GoodNotes on my iPad where I write notes, and if I were to open it up on my laptop, let's go for winter 2020 because that's what I actually did. And if you were looking at my homework, all of this was written on my iPad, and yeah, through iCloud, I can just access it on my laptop with no problem really. I can do the same on my phone, and obviously I have it on my iPad. Another thing that's super useful to do is that if you're on GoodNotes and your professor uploads a PDF onto the class website, what you can do is download it, and when you upload it to GoodNotes, iCloud will take care of everything, and then I can annotate it directly on my iPad without needing to do any file transfer with any wires or anything. So just to show that, it's go to import, and then what you want to do is make sure it's a PDF. So let's just click this one, and it should be good to go. Right here I have that PDF, and everything is there, and momentarily it should be on my iPad for me to just annotate it however I want. Another thing that is super useful with being in the Apple ecosystem is that when you need to scan something, like some paper that you get handed out or something, what you can do is go to your desktop, import from iPhone or iPad, and then go to scan documents, and right on your phone it'll pop up by itself, and then you're good to go to scan whatever you need to do. So for here I'm going to use my iPad because I don't want to waste paper, and yeah, here's how it works. And then you click save, and then right there it goes right into your desktop, and it's pretty simple to do. So now that I've finished talking about what I do with my Apple products, I also have a computer that I get to use at home since I am at home, and I think that I would be using this for my Zoom lecture and also e-class. And this is not so that I can play games like League when I'm doing my classes. Yeah! As you can see, having 3 screens is a little bit annoying, mostly useful, but kind of annoying in the fact that I have to turn my whole body to access everything that I need to. And if I could just avoid that, that would be a lot better. So what I actually did was I got a mouse that actually works across both computers at the same time. It's the Logitech MX Master 3, and I'll be featuring that as my next point to this video. So I just wanted to show how this actually works. It's actually really simple, and what you can do is, as you can see right now, it's currently on my computer right here. But if I hold down the controller and go over, it actually gets to this. So what I can do is actually just access everything I need to on my MacBook, and then if I want to go back, I hold control, and then I'm back onto this right here. And it's really quite easy. Another thing that you're actually able to do is copy and paste anything really through your computer. So let's say I want to go to YouTube. I can copy right here, go over here, open up Google, and paste it, and it works just like that. This also actually works with files. So if I end up downloading something on my computer and I need it on my MacBook, then I can just easily copy and paste that in like 5 seconds, and then once it's on my MacBook, it can go to all of my devices that are connected through iCloud, which I find to be super convenient and something that this mouse can do and actually just help me overall. So lastly, what I wanted to mention was actually not really with computers, but I actually want to talk about light bulbs. So if you're in a room all the time, it's going to feel kind of the same. You might get into some routine where you're feeling more tired than usual than if you were to be walking around from class to class. So what I actually did to prevent this was to get some light bulbs where I can actually change the colors. Typically it's warmer down here because the lights are more yellowy as opposed to blue. So I bought light bulbs that I can actually make more blue so that I can stay more focused, more awake. So this would be more yellow. I'd probably feel more tired if I were to study like this. So if I were to be studying in here, then I'd probably want to change to something like this where it's brighter, it's a little bit more harsh, and I can just stay awake and focus and study more. Something in the middle, I could always just do my day-to-day things. And yeah, something that's just as important, if not more important, is actually having a good and nice environment that you can study in. It doesn't exactly matter what kind of stuff you have. As long as you're prepared, you're ready, and you're focused, I think that's what's going to determine how well you're going to be and how well you're going to be doing in school. Tech is mostly there just to help you and assist you, but what really does most of the work is what you do yourself as a person, and that means sticking to routines, finding a nice environment, drinking lots of water. All those little things add up and they make just as big of an impact as if you were to just have a lot of amazing tech. Now, for honorable mentions, I want to point out AirPods and really any just wireless headphones that would work. For me, going to the university and back takes about an hour, 2 hours both ways, and that's a lot of time every single day. Up to a week, that's 10 hours. So having something to listen to is really good, maybe relaxing even to de-stress after a long day at school. Having that is actually super useful, and I bring my AirPods with me everywhere. And yeah, especially to the university, because you never know when you're just going to be bored or you just want to listen to music. And obviously, you don't want to be blaring out your music everywhere for everyone else to hear. So having your AirPods or even just any regular headphones, those would be super good to bring. So the last thing I actually wanted to mention was that Sidecar is a feature that you can use if you have an iPad as well as a MacBook. What this does is that you can actually use your iPad as a second screen. So here you can see my mouse being on the side of the iPad, and I can just easily bring it back over as if I had a second monitor. And I find this to be very useful if I'm in a lecture. The reason that this is an honorable mention is that I personally won't be using this as much since I'm at home and I have my computers anyways for an extra screen. But if I were to be on campus, I think that this would be a very useful feature for me to be using. So for an example, I can have my PowerPoint over here, and then I could maybe be looking and searching up something that I would need. Like let's say a professor mentions something that I don't know. I can just easily search up whatever and it's right there. So that's something I can do if I really needed it. For me, I don't think that's something I would be using. But if you are on campus, consider trying to use this if you can. I think it's super useful and actually pretty cool. So this is the way that I do my stuff for school. If it doesn't work for you and you try these things, let me know. That'll be pretty interesting to see. I know everybody's different, so I don't expect everyone to actually follow this or even expect to get some kind of results from this. But if there's one thing that I can recommend with some kind of certainty is that if you change the lights in your room, you might benefit a lot from it. I just installed those lights a couple of days ago, and I'm already starting to feel a little bit better because it's not constantly dark and warm. And there's also no window, so I don't really know what it looks like outside. But with these, I guess I can get kind of a change in lighting, and it's just a little something just to make things a little bit different and make me more alert and focused for school. So yeah, that's what I have for this video. If you liked it, leave a like down below. And yeah, and also don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for 500. Peace.